Who's first?
Far away, guys.
Notice you're working on inbound plays there at the end.
You noticed that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we had tryouts at all 5 positions, and that's something in the game that if we take the next step, what on our inbound plays, whether it's underneath out of bounds, side out of bounds, press offense, whether it's a press that's just trying to keep you in front, whether it's a press at the end of games where they're trying to foul. Just think if we can get 20–25% better in those areas, then we'll be able to keep some leads, hold some teams off, especially when we have control of the game. So we had their attention because I think they're tired of coming up short in that area.
You guys have been to, since you've been here, been to Auburn Arena a couple times. It hasn't gone so well. What do you think, what's gone wrong in those games?
Well, I just think we haven't really handled, we haven't really handled it at a high level. We haven't really been a great road team. So we tried some new things today, and I don't know if you guys heard it, we piped in a bunch of noise. And I know a lot of football teams do that when they're about to go on the road. So we borrowed a page out of their book, and it was really, really loud in here today. I mean, you couldn't hear yourself. But I just think we got to take care of the ball. I think the last time we went there, they got off to somewhat of an 11-2 or 13-2 start the game. And in the SEC tournament, it was a little bit different. We were at least able to hold them at bay early in the game. But I think they've always tried to throw a knockout punch to us in the first 4 or 5 minutes of the game, and we haven't responded.
Just to follow up on that, I watched them last night. They scored 58 points in the second half. How do you defend a team that can shoot high volume threes like that? Yeah,
and I just think it's not always about the threes that they make. It's the attempts. And they had 41 attempts last night. I don't think that's going to be good news for us if they have 41 attempts. So we got to do a good job with understanding why do they put you in those situations. We have a little bit of an understanding of why and how and what we have to do to adjust, and hopefully we'll understand that basically everybody on their team, probably outside of maybe one big guy, is a three-point shooter. As soon as they get out of the car and walk from the dorms or apartments to the gym, they all can shoot threes, and we have to be ready for it.
Coach, I know it's another conference game, but from a rivalry standpoint, how much is there a little bit of an added pressure or thoughts in this when it comes to?
I think my first year, when somebody would ask me that question, I would say, no, it's no added pressure. It's another game, and it's another SEC game. I've graduated from that. Yes, it is added. We know who we're playing. We know where we're playing. We understand the rivalry more. We understand how much it means to not only our players, but their families, our fans and their families. So this idea of me taking some cool, calm approach because I was new, a little wet behind the ears to this rivalry, I totally understand it now. And we embrace the rivalry even more.
Has it gotten at all personal for you trying to, obviously, like you said, winning at Auburn has been difficult for you and this team. Has that been a personal, is that?
I don't know if it's been a personal goal. It's a team goal. Alabama, I'm the head coach. We haven't had a success. We hadn't beat Kentucky since I've been here. So we were mindful of that. But you don't want to. Obviously, I can't dribble a basketball, or shoot it, or defend, or break a press by myself. Those days are long gone. So now you're trying to inspire young men and teach them how to be successful. But it's still Alabama. It's a big game for Alabama.
The piped-in noise, is that for Auburn, or is that something you've done in the past?
Specifically for this game, it's one of the louder places that we play on the road. So we just wanted to give our players a little bit of a feel of what they're going to hear. We just didn't use the bad language.
How they respond to that?
It was a little uncomfortable at first, but I think the guys understand it was just for their benefit. But we got to take care of the basketball. We can't give them fast breaks. This is a very, very underrated offensive rebounding team. So whether we practice with a little bit of noise or not, we better box out and not give them any extra shots, because to an earlier question about threes, that's another way that they get threes is off their offensive rebounds.
That's been something that y'all lost that battle the last 2 games. rebounding overall, but especially on the offensive board, how much is that a focus the last few days?
Yeah, I think we were a little bit better in the last game, not so much in the first half, but I think that's something that we got to turn the tables in terms of rebounding. But it's not just always big guys; it's those long ones, and we have enough speed on the perimeter where we can run down more of those long rebounds, which we think will ignite our fast break.
In terms of rivalry, where do you think it stands in terms of the balance of power between Alabama and Auburn?
Well, I think it's better now. You know, when I first came in the league, both teams really weren't NCAA tournament teams. So we could talk rivalry, which it was and still is, but I think it's even better when teams have a legitimate chance to make it to the NCAA tournament. You know, we were ranked a little bit for a while last year. They were ranked last year. Now they've dropped out, but you know, we're both trying to knock on the door to get back in. So I think when our basketball teams are playing at a high level, which we are now, not perfect, but I think that that makes the rivalry even more special.
Thanks, guys.